Kenyatta in Redlands, California. Hey, Kenyatta, what's on your mind today?
Well, I wanted to ask you if you enjoyed the weather that I ordered up for you while you were in Southern California.
Thank you. Yes, I did. It was wonderful.
All right, you owe me for that one.
Okay, you got
it. Listen, ironically, after you left, I guess they waited for you to leave. The Ku Klux Klan held a rally here in Southern California, and there were several people hurt in that melee.
Yeah, there was a guy stabbed with a flagpole, wasn't it, if I remember right?
Right. Correct, with an American flag at the end of a pointed flagpole. Apparently, the guy's in pretty bad condition. But I wanted to segue from that into a comment that you made earlier about this very issue, and with regard to Donald Trump. You used the term that this was that Donald Trump is, and I'm paraphrasing here, kind of bringing out this underbelly of white racism in America. Mm-hmm. And Tom, I have to respectfully disagree with your mild assessment or minimization, if you will. I don't think it's America's underbelly. I don't think so at all. I mean, because we have a situation in this country. This is a nation that still refuses to apologize for slavery in any large and official way. This is a nation that last week, while Danielle and Shane were doing such a yeoman's job in your place, there was a caller who called, and the reparations thing came up, and he said, well, that's a non-starter. And he further went on to say that the division of race is what makes America work. I could see Danielle gasping at the time that this was being said. But my point is that I don't believe at all that Donald Trump represents some fringe, or that this type of thinking is some small part of American society. Or you wouldn't have the things that I talked about. Everyone talks about the original sin of slavery. Why can't this country apologize for it? In fact, there should be a national holiday, as far as I'm concerned, commemorating that original sin, if it's such a sin. You talked about this week in your weekly news segment about pensions among Black Americans being many, many times that less of whites. You have done pieces on mortgage practices that are peculiar when it comes to blacks. So, respectfully, I want to tell you that I really don't think that it is as much of a minority as you may think.
Well, I wasn't suggesting that it's a fringe, Kenyatta. I don't disagree with you. I mean, if I were to lay on the ground, my belly is the same size as my back. I mean, it's one side of a coin. But I think that white supremacy, the core ideas of white supremacy, even though they're not clearly explicated, are so held by so many white people in this country, and even some people of color in this country, and are so built into our institutions that we still have a hell of a long way to go.
I agree. Real quick, Tom, about, I don't know, it's been a while, but I talked to you, I don't know if you remember this, about something called the Wilder effect. When Doug Wilder, the former Virginia governor, people were saying that they took polls and they had him way ahead in the polls because people were saying that they were going to vote for him, white people, because they didn't want to seem racist. Right. And I was saying to you, I think there's an opposite effect with Trump. I think there are a lot of white people that are going to vote for Donald Trump, that because he's so bellicose and so forth and so on and outrageous, that really don't want to come out and say it. And this really concerns me.
Yeah. Yeah, it concerns me too, Kenyatta. It concerns me a lot. And frankly, it's concerning people in the Republican Party. So
I know that.
Yeah, which is probably a good and healthy thing. It's increasingly, I mean, it's the more political commentary I'm reading on this stuff, particularly from insiders, the more it looks like Donald Trump is going to be the Republican nominee. I mean, it's just short of a meltdown, it's probably going to be Donald Trump on the Republican side, and short of a meltdown, I think it's probably better than 50% chance, probably better than 70% chance that it'll be Hillary Clinton on the Democratic side. Although, never underestimate Bernie Sanders, as we've seen just from the last 9 months. But, I think that that's the direction things are going. And
they should have an interesting. I think the Republican convention will be very interesting.
I think so too. Kenyatta, I got to move along, but thank you for the call and your, as always, your insightful thoughts. To watch more clips from our programs, hit the Watch More Videos button over here, and please be sure to hit the handy dandy subscribe button so you'll always be up to date. Tag, you're it.